All right. Today's adventure they have great art, so I always like showing it. Today's adventure is going to take place here, Niishan, the land of Arcadia, near Lake Starfall. Uh, Today's adventure, 5-08, brings you to the town of Niishan, where Venture Captain Ruxenway has sent you. She's told you to meet up with the mayor of the town. The town of Niishan is a bustling with people, mostly Moek humans, but also halflings, beast skin, and several small wooden humanoids, among others. Children run out through the dirt streets, dodging around grown-ups, their happy screams adding to the calls and chatter of adult voices. Smiles abode, though some seem to carry a hint of anxiety or trepidation, maybe even just a touch of fear. Star-shaped gourds and stalks heavy with scarlet corn wait to be harvested in small gardens that surround the circular lodges where the townsfolk live and work. Smoke rises into the crisp autumn air from the homes' dome-like roofs. So you're kind of like walking down the center street. There's a lot of going on. It's like they're getting ready for a market or a fair. And before you had any opportunity to really start spreading out, she shows up and starts waving you down. Pathfinders, Pathfinders, this way, this way. She's gesturing you in, says she's so glad you come. She hands out flatbreads filled with meat, squash, and herbs. Our Festival of Fire starts tonight when we celebrate the turning of the seasons and our town's continued prosperity. When Niishan was founded, a group of 4 brave explorers were the first to spend the night in the area. They lit a fire and through the night battled or befriended all manner of spirits from the prairies until sunrise, allowing them to make peace with the spirits of the land and start building the town. Each year we honor their memories with a great fire and honor,
Oh, wait, I have done this one before,
and the
just
four
not on this
people
character.
who have done the most for the town over the last year by giving them the fire watch. They protect the town and the fire from the prairie spirits, soothing those they can and fighting off those they cannot. This year, the year of the star gun came back to us, we have decided this honor, one of the greatest we can bestow, can only belong to you, the Pathfinder Society. We have decided, in the spirit of understanding, that we will honor your traditions. Though we originally only had 4 heroes on our first night, we know the society traditionally sends 4 to 6 together. And so the townspeople and I agreed that we will allow all who come to participate in the Fire Watch. Normally, those who will be in the Fire Watch also lead our festival preparations. I know you've only just arrived, but I hope you will help with the final details. This will let you get to know our town and for our people to better know you. You may even see some of the spirits that decided to join Niishan at previous festivals of fire. Please know that though these spirits may look monstrous to you, our relationship with them means a great deal to the people of Niishan. How about that?
Well, thanks for inviting us to your awesome little festival. This sounds
We
fun.
we are honored.
We will do our best to honor your wishes.
I promise it will be on the front page of my next pamphlet. Thank you.
And we'll be more than
Yes.
happy to help out.
Yes, thank you. Hope you enjoy our bountiful of skills. Hopefully, we'll try some of my cooking at some point.
Will do. Will do. So now, as in tradition with all society scenarios, you have a bunch of Q&A that you can ask the mayor before you get started.
Okay. What are the methods you use? How do you normally interact with the spirits that come up during the festival? What is the general mode of address?
Well, some of the spirits are hateful, and some of them, just want to talk. And so we try to do as our 4 founders did, is we either try to befriend all spirits, but some we would have to battle.
is there a risk that both hostile and friendly spirits would be present at the same time?
Well, we don't really know how they're going to react to fire watchers who are strangers to Niishan. But we've seen what the society can do, and we're sure you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way.
Fair
All
enough.
right, so I will try to avoid using vitality spells where I might risk hitting both.
That's fair. Okay. Any other questions for the mayor?
Um,
What will we be burning?
Oh, we just gather up, just the normal firewood and kindling, and sometimes we gather up some special incense and such. But just, the fire itself isn't as ceremonial as the light of the fire.
and when does the fire watch begin and end?
At dusk and dawn.
Okay.
So, since we're going to be up all night then, is there a place we can probably crash until it's time? Because I'd rather not be exhausted during the night.
No, there's so much work to be done. I would hope
I
you
think
would-
that's one of the tests. Is the test of the ordeal, apparently.
Yes, we have much festival preparations to do before the festival tonight. So we would hope you would be able to assist in them as the previous Firewatch has normally done.
We will.
Between the group of you, you know that just like anywhere else in Galorian, one of the most common ways for spirits to manifest in Arcadia is as undead, and as they've already untethered from their mortal form. But also, kind of as you're walking through the town, before the mayor saw you, you start to hear some whispers of the local legend that tell of Wanakawi, a spirit unique to the area. Parents use this as like a bedtime story to warn their children to behave and not go out late at night, or the Wanakawi will get them.
Their version of the boogeyman.
Their version of the boogeyman. That's exactly right. So with that, uh, she will direct you to the first places to go, which is she wants you to meet Makobin and help gather firewood. So let's change scenes.
Oh, great. Kira gets to be meticulous with finding the perfect firewood.
Let's adjust that volume just a little bit, and let me set up the scene here. I'll put everybody in a straight line. Familiars can go here. Makobin. Open my journal back up. He's a male human hunter. Tall, muscular man wearing pale blue hide clothing with a blue bison embroidered on his breech cloth. As he looks up, he talks to you. One of the last things we do is gather ceremonial fuel for the fire. The mayor says I should have you accompany me so you can learn what the prairies provide. What we gather, we give back in the fire. They say the founders use these same materials to help call the spirits and soothe them during the fire watch. So he's not like mad that you're here. He's just kind of like, why are you here, strangers? You're kind of getting in the way of doing, for me doing my work. And he's just kind of maybe a little standoffish. But he's going to take you out into the field, out into the brush, and help you, and allow him to help you find firewood. Can I get someone to roll a d4 for me, please? All right, 3. Thanks, Pam Fleet. All right, he goes. We are looking for the sun smoke vine. It's a rust-colored ground vine, and when it burns, it emits this strange, bright yellow smoke. So you're going to go out in the field, and you're going to help him try to find the herbs. Find firewood. You're going to get regular firewood, but you're also on the hunt for some sun smoke vine. So you all go out together, and maybe not all at the same time, but definitely a few of you, if not all of you, get this strange, like, chill down your neck. Like this, what happened? What was that? Hair kind of stands up, and just as you get this weird feeling come over you, one of the bison that's out in the field just rears its head up and just starts charging you for no reason. I need everyone to make a basic reflex save. So the bison just reared its head for no good reason. That was very strange. But you go about.
Yeah, I give him a disapproving look as he goes by.
That's fair. As soon as he charges through you, he kind of calms back down. Mikobin
So
doesn't
he
think
looks like
anything
he
of
might
it.
make some really good dinner.
Uh-oh. So
You see her hand kind of go to a little holster on her side, like she's thinking about it.
that's certainly fair. You can do athletics, crafting, herbalism, lore, nature, perception, survival. This will determine how well you are at helping them find the materials that they're needing in this sun smoke vine. There's enough fuel that is going to cause you gather enough fuel for the night, right, to light the fire. But also, you've truly impressed Mikobin. He is no longer a sour grape or upset that you're there. You really got your hands dirty. You didn't put up a fuss. You took that bison charge in stride, and he tells you that you're practically Niishani already, and that you should stay in town after the festival's over.
Wow. So we've upgraded him from brown to green.
And mechanically, you get enough fuel that it's going to give you a bonus. So
Nice.
Hooray.
I'll go over that.
Kira's kind of grumbling as he says this about wasted meat.
Aw. He explains the sun smoke vine a little bit. He says it's rust-colored ground vine strangely emits a bright yellow smoke that is said to pacify spirits, as if they were out in the sun all day. And when you throw it into the fire, you'll get to learn more about it. That's it. That's your first festival preparation activity. He points you on to the next one.
All right.
So yeah, you guys will notice that Kira has a weird contraption on her right hip. AKA, she's wielding a slide pistol.
Okay. And go to the next one here. Actually, what you can do with that weird, the bison, that situation was weird, right? You can use a perception check to see if you were able to notice anything when that bison was charging, or what was happening during that time. Like, what? We all got this weird chill. You start talking about it after the fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did say something that the spirits might test us.
Yeah.
My guess is that that's exactly what that was.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Cure's like, I'm pretty sure I saw something. It was there, and then it wasn't there. There was this figure that was by the bison, and then it disappeared. I'm pretty sure I saw something.
I think we can consider ourselves as being put on notice.
There's definitely some tomfoolery going on.
Alrighty, next up, you're going
This
to
would
the.
be a Pathfinder mission if it weren't.
She gives kind of a hearty laugh when you say that.
You're going to the craft hut, is what I like to call it, with this NPC. I'm not sure how to say her name, but if you
His man, Ayek.
his man Ayek,
Yeah, sure.
Avika.
Sounds good.
works for me.
It looks like Avika to me.
Avika,
Yeah, Avika. It looks like the last name.
if you've played 4-13 within the prairies, you'll recognize her.
I don't think Kira has, but let me look.
A number of townfolk relax in an earth lodge surrounded by tables covered with beads and feathers, grass and hide, alongside
Not
metal
this character,
awls, small knives, and other tools. The sounds of chatter and laughter fill the open room as humans, halflings, and others of all ages swap good-natured stories while they work. A dark-skinned elven woman gestures towards the space near her and the table of supplies. The people of the prairies use these charms for protection, she says, from dangerous spirits. Even if the charms don't work, we at least enjoy making them together. Listen closely and you'll hear plenty of stories of how John flew alongside a thunderbird, or Sandra outwitted a Dakenquint. Just remember that it can't all be true, but we don't let that matter when it comes to a good tale. Half the people here will tell you with a straight face that they have outrun a Wanakawi in the dark and lived to tell the tale. She finishes with a laugh. So you're sitting around the table and you're here to make talismans and charms, and so you have free will to make what you would like to make. But again, that strange feeling kind of comes over you, and
I'm gonna immediately start looking around.
okay. Whoops, not her. Sorry, take it back. This pops up and starts running on the tables, scattering supplies everywhere. It's a prairie drake named Runt, and I need you all to make athletics, diplomacy, or invitation check to try to grab the drake, reason with him, or intimidate to scare him away. Nair L. She jumps in. They jump into action, critically grabbing, scooping them up with the athletic, and you're able to catch the Runt, the prairie drake. No harm, no foul. You can let them loose back outside the tent. But
which I do, yes.
that was weird, though, right? So you can do a perception check to see if you start looking around. What was going on? They weren't concerned about making crafts at the moment. They were able to see a real glimpse of this spirit causing mischief, and sees the direction that they ran off to. And Pam Fleet can make a survival check. And crushing it, telling tales, making talismans and charms, and swapping stories. You're having a grand old time. This is fantastic. So you end up when it's all said and done, you get 4 talismans. And the talisman, can someone give me a D4? Roll me a D4, anybody. Hey, 2. You get the protective talisman, which is the Peachwood talisman. Everyone's favorite, lovable gunsmith. Inside a hide-cover structure, a circle of stones surrounds a rippling pool of steaming water. Several townsfolk in soft-looking robes sit around the hot spring, talking quietly as they relax. Weary says you can change into your robes over there. Weary declares, pointing to a privacy area off to one side. They quickly change and, Weary quickly changes and joins the others, their beak clacking in soft pleasure. So you're in this spring. And it was said that the 4 founders, when they first did this, had the opportunity to relax in this local spring before the night. He tells you that they discovered this hot spring. They stopped to cleanse themselves before deciding to spend their night nearby. Legend says the 4 had grown frustrated with each other, but their time at the spring gave them a shared sense of purpose and unity. Weary explains. So he urges you to reflect on the history of the ceremony and share how you have worked together in the past and may again in the future. So these 3 skills you can use, or this one's more flexible. Basically, go around the room, and you can role play this if you like, or just roll the dice, but tell a story of a adventure that you've previously won on with the Pathfinder Society. Performance is definitely a check you can make, but you can also use medicine, religion, or survival, or anything else that you may want to tie together. This one's a little more freedom. You find a measure of unity at the hot spring. And in fact, it's a beneficial sense of unity. You gain a +1 status bonus to checks to aid each other over the next 24 hours. And I'll give you a effect I'll add to you. Also, since you did so well, anytime that you restore hit points to 1 or more allies, those allies gain an additional 1 hit point. So as you're leaving the spring, the sauna, you're feeling refreshed. You got these nice peachwood talismans. You got some sunsmoke vine in your pack. And all of a sudden, that spirit is trying to cause mischief again.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
But you guys are on the case. He's done this one too many times. You're able to just ignore what he's trying to do or what they are trying to do and track him down. Like, just confront him. You're able to rush in and just confront this spirit. Q&A time. You come
Don't you love Q&A?
You come face to face here. Let me describe what you're seeing. You come face to face with a small humanoid, the color of sunset, the feather head of an eagle and talons in place of hands and feet. His eyes are kernels of corn, and he wears clothing and cape made of corn husk. And it's just, you're like, hey, wait a minute! And you rush in, and they are just standing there looking at you, waiting for you to say something like, oh no.
What have you been up to?
Why are you bothering us? Who are you?
Yeah. I am Anuwatsa, a spirit of the prairie. Anuwatsa watches over Niishan and keeps it safe. Well, the spirits have longer memories than the Niishani, and we know what they do not. When the founders came to this place, the last outsiders to stand in the firelight here. One of them betrayed their companions, and now you are here. But Anonatsa will not let the Niishan suffer if the spirits are not dealt with properly tonight.
How did they betray their companions?
To name a thing is to speak it into existence, and Anonatsa will not name it.
And how are we supposed to know it?
Be careful what you agree to at the fire. Know that while some spirits speak the truth, only lies spill from the mouth of the cruelest of us. And so the rest of the conversation, the back and forth and some of the questions, can be narrated through our roles of how well we do with either deception or diplomacy, intimidation, Pathfinder Society lore, or society, to see if you can ease Anwatsa's suspicion and allow him to feel comfortable with what you guys are going to do tonight. Anawatsa decides he can trust you. He will let you be for the rest of the day, but then he calls you in closer, and he speaks in a voice just above a whisper. The spirits will not speak of what happened here, but listen carefully to what you see and hear at the fire, and you may learn more than you expect. He says, also, the spirits always offer the same thing each year at the fire, but you are not Nishani, so you may hear an offer that no one has heard since the first explorers came to the area. And just like that, he's gone. You've gained his trust. He will not bother you any
Cool.
longer. So, you have a little bit before the festival begins. You'll meet back up with the mayor. And the mayor will tell you about a town-wide meal that starts the preparations. That starts the festival, I mean. She calls the town together for a massive communal feast. Children's laughter as they run around cuts through the happy chatter of adults. There are huge pots of food available, patties of dried meat and berries, meat stew, a succotash of corn, beans, and squash, and finally, a berry pudding for dessert. So you have an hour that you can use this time to... So when everyone's done with that, in the meal, they start collecting. There's a 20-minute walk. Mayor Deyahi leads everyone down to where the fire watch will take place.